Welcome to Elder Scrolls Online. There's something I wanted to try out finally, and that is one of these crafting breads. Provisioner and alchemist. These two are the crafting professions I suggest to absolutely everybody in this particular game. That is something I also remember, and also I'll explain why. Let's pick those up and see what they are all about and so on. So, first of all, those two crafting professions. So, provisioning gives you these things for the food and for the water, and these obviously make your food buffs last longer, which is just peachy. Also, if you want to make your own food buffs, there is these two, which gives you more of them when you make some. But frankly, level provisioning at least a little bit for these things. Always good. Alchemy on the same thing has this thing, which makes your potions last longer, which is always rather peachy as well. And now obviously if you wanna make your own, then well, there is these things, and snake blood also if you wanna muck around with that. Anyway, what do these do and how do they work? I have no idea about this thing. Panel surprise and 4 eye grow. Do I even have those recipes? Like, is this like no, I do not even have those recipes. So I guess I will not be doing that then. Okay, abandon that then. How about the alchemy one? Apparently I have that done. Wait, what? So basically it just means gather some alchemy regions then, I guess. Because... or make healing or stamina potions, one or the other. Because I have a few of those around. Most interesting. So where do I take this? Very interesting. Where the places do I take this? Should probably, you know, should probably do this the easy way. This thing, show me on the map. This is Volkal's Guard, right? Yes, it's Volkal's Guard. Alright, let's go there then, huh? So here we go. Let's get in there and see about that place, huh? Okay, so where am I going? Hey, what? Oh, that way. Okay. Ah, of course, it's next to the port. That makes even sense and things. Just
so many visitors, so little time.
Brilliant. Should come here and to do some bunch of quests. Oh, there's a guild here, right? Can I join that yet? What the heck is the dungeon guild thing? They are usually, they were at least in an inn. Unless they have, I don't know why they would have relocated those. Hello. We'll see. Okay, so what do I get out of this? Okay. Alchemist Vessel 1, okay. 3000 inspiration, some nice amount of gold and things, alright.
Shows bones that looks heavy. How much is in there?
I have no idea. Anyway, use this thing. What do I get? I get materials back. Oh, okay. That sounds peachy. Now, where was the inn in this place? Ah, here we go. This is the inn. Tavern. Here, it doesn't say anything. God, what the places was the name of that? Okay, can I get back this second? What the places was the name of that? the guild, which was all over the, you know, dungeons and things. Can I join that before level 10? It's the first dungeon level 10, I think. Might be. Well, at least there is some dude here.
Greetings, Milksop. You must be lost. This is where Undaunted drink, not milksops. Now go away, Milksop. This one does not want to catch your milksopiness.
Undaunted, that was the name. Okay.
Ha! You've probably fought what? Some mud crabs and malnourished bandits? Undaunted tackled the big things. Scary things. Found only in the dark places of the world. Things with flesh-eating fists, hungry for your face. We are thrill-seeking adventurers, everyone. We aren't mercenaries like the Fighters Guild, or patriots like the Dominion. We fight to prove we're the toughest of the litter. You want in? You'll have to prove yourself. That's the spirit. What's a centuries-old cursed bloodline in the face of unmitigated bravado? Enter the banished cells, stay a while, maybe bother a ghost. If you come out alive, see me at the tavern in Volkelgard. We'll talk more then. This one doesn't help. This one has already done his due diligence, seen his share of dangerous delves. His job is strictly to send the uninitiated head first into unknowable terror. But good luck in there. You'll come back with a story for sure. We're experienced adventurers. We can teach you skills and tactics a soldier cannot. Our battlefields are the deeps of Tamriel. There's also a cache of weapons and equipment found on our adventures for sale. Much more exotic than the local armory. Out by the old Release tombs, you'll find the banished cells. It's just a rumor, but I've heard there's an undead king there, and he's quite a handful for those who guard him. Sounds worthy of a visit. How often do you get to see an undead king?
Every time I play Heroes of the Storm, because lyric is everywhere. Or, well, Diablo 3 for that matter. Right. That was the guild, the faction thingamajig. Okay, so where is this place? Okay, so you want me to go through this entire place to get there? Wait, is this a Is this a soloable quest, or do I actually need a party for that? I have no idea. Oh well, we will figure it out. Speaking of quests here, I think Harborage was here, right? Oh yeah, I can see it on the map already. Oh, and it's close by. Okay, well, we'll go and do that today then. I believe this was purely story. Let's swap around some skills to make sure I get some nice XP for guilds. Okay, now I have Undaunted, which is brilliant. How did I level up Undaunted? By just doing dungeon stuff. Oh right, I have done one delve already. Delve, whatever. So I already have some XP with these folks. Wait, what? You're here? Okay.
There you are, Vestige. We must speak at once. Listen well. I have located a safe harbor from which we might plan our course of action. You must meet me there. I awoke upon a sandy shore, a stretch of beach, outside a bustling city of elves, Vokelgard. The Harborage is in a seaside cave, outside the city. It is there that you will find me.
Alright. I will come there, okay, sure. So that is... Oh, it's a dungeon just, okay. Indeed then. Do we have anything I can take? Like any loot and stuff? Wait, there's someone's camp up there. Is it his camp? Ooh. There's a camp. Can I loot the camp? Oh, I sure as heck can loot the camp. Well, there wasn't much in the camp. Okay. Anyway, let's talk and do some story stuff. Because I seem to remember this was purely story and nothing, no combat or anything else, this particular bat. There will be more actual combat as part of the story. I figure, why the place is not? Let's do this while I'm here anyway. And then get back to Wardenfell and start continuing on the storylines there. Because so far I have had fun with those, with the whole Morag tongue and things like that. And why is this taking so long to load? Okay, there we go. So come on, put the bow away. Now I'll swap around some skills, because I have 0 skill points, unfortunately. However, I could drop that out of here for a moment. Get the get some XP with something else. I could drop snipe in here instead. Get a lot of bow XP out of it. Then again, I am getting bow XP all the damn time because I am leveling bow. I really need to get these skills open so I can put them on my bar, and when I like do turning quests and things, I get the actual proper, you know, XP out of those level ups. Oops, wrong thing. I'll put the frost cloak here and get XP for those. Alright. Well, you've certainly found yourself some kind of a freaky cave, eh? Old blind man living in a cave.
I hear familiar footfalls. Come closer, Vestige.
In a moment, okay, I'm just gonna take all of your things first. Familiar footsteps, like if I change my shoes, will you be able to recognize my footsteps even then? An empty ball. Alright. Well, you have drank all of your stuff, huh? Okay. Well, you didn't have too much for me to steal off you, old blind man. Alright, let's talk.
Welcome to the Harborage, Vestige. This is as comfortable a home as an old dried-up husk like myself could hope for.
Do I have no say on what the heck you're calling me? I mean, you may be some kind of a prophet or whatnot, but seriously, dude? Seriously?
Despite my blindness, nay, because of it, my other senses seem to have heightened. This place had the right smell about it.
Okay.
Indeed, but let us not get ahead of ourselves. Without an understanding of where we are bound, every road will get us nowhere. Before we truly understand our destination, we must speak of the past, of a sort. I invite you to enter my mind and walk with me through visions of the past, that you might understand the events that brought us to this time, this moment. Enter my mind, Vestige, and walk with me through the shadows of past events.
Can I bring the burr? Guess not. Oh, I can. Awesome.
Follow me, Vestige, and learn of the events that precipitated our current crisis. My part in the story began when I awoke on the steps of the Abbey of the Moth Priests, with no memory of my prior life. The Moth Priests took pity upon me and brought me into their fold. I was weak and near death. It was there I first set eyes upon the Elder Scrolls and devoted my life to their study. The scrolls allowed me to glimpse the very fabric of reality, but each profound insight dimmed my vision and eventually left me permanently blinded to the light of the world. The prophecies of the Elder Scrolls are a fluid, living thing. They are not fixed. At many points throughout history, The actions of heroic mortals have rewritten them. I only know that you are important, Vestige. The scrolls reveal to me that your destiny is intertwined with that of the Five Companions. The Five Companions were a band of adventurers who sought out an ancient artifact called the Amulet of Kings. They hoped to use this artifact to persuade Akatosh, the Dragon God, to accept their leader as one of the Dragonborn. The Dragonborn are mortals destined for greatness, with the blood of the dragons in their veins. It is said that only a true Dragonborn can ignite the eternal dragon fires in the Imperial City. Baron Aquilarius, the son of a Colovian duke, who led a rebellion against the Emperor Leovic and took the crown himself. Alas, Varen was not truly a Dragonborn, as those who sit upon the ruby throne must be, in accordance with tradition. You have already heard enough babbling from this old blind fool. It is time you met the Five Companions yourself and witnessed their fate. The first companion, Lyris Titanborn, daughter of giants, was the mightiest warrior in the service of the Emperor. Next, Abner Tharn, a powerful sorcerer and Grand Chancellor to the Imperial Elder Council. The Red Guard Swordmaster, Sai Sahan, leader of the Imperial Dragon Guard. The Imperial Emperor, Baron Aquilarius, who attempted to light the dragon fires and failed. And finally, Manamarco, the traitor, the King of Worms, a powerful necromancer, and your executioner.
Interesting.
These were the Five Companions who set out from the Imperial City on an epic quest to recover the lost Amulet of Kings. Menimarco convinced Varen that the amulet could be used to perform a ritual that would rekindle the dragon fires. He claimed this would please Akatosh and entice him to adopt Varen as one of the Dragonborn. By tradition, only the Dragonborn can lay claim to the Ruby Throne and rule as the one true Emperor by divine right. Varen conquered Cyrodiil and took the throne, but unless he became Dragonborn, he feared he'd always be thought of as a pretender. Manamarco the traitor, the great enemy, the most powerful necromancer this world has ever known. His worm cult infiltrates and corrupts every corner of Tamriel. It was he who convinced Varen to perform the ritual you are about to witness. Each of the Five Companions were chosen for their skill and courage, and each was given a special role to perform in the party. Who would you like to know more about? Sai Sahan came from a long line of Red Guard Swordmaster nobles. He was the leader of the Dragon Guard, the security detail of Varen and the Elder Council. While Lyris was Varen's bodyguard, Sai was charged with protecting the entire group. The Therns are one of the most influential families in Cyrodiil. Abner, their patriarch, is the leader of the Elder Council, a powerful battle mage and a shrewd politician. With his council, Varen was able to seize the Imperial throne years before. You've already met Lyris. She's a Nord warrior from the frozen lands of Skyrim to the north, and it is said that her family lineage contains the blood of giants. Varen chose her for her strength and her loyalty to be his personal bodyguard. Manamarco the traitor, the great enemy. Disaster, war, and pestilence. A world brought to its knees. Now watch and see how one man's arrogance brought about the greatest threat our world has ever known.
He's always the necromancer, eh?
There it is. The Dragonfire Brazier. Menimarco, certain this will work?
It will work, my liege. The Amulet of Kings will rekindle the dragon fires and ensure your rightful place as Emperor. You have my word.
It better work, Menimarco.
or you'll find your neck at the business end of my axe.
My lord, I wonder if you'd muzzle your half-giant pet. She really is annoying.
Enough, both of you. We are here to ensure my lord's rightful claim to the Ruby Throne.
Abner, begin the ritual. I have a destiny to fulfill.
Yeah.
By the lighting of the dragon fires, I claim my rightful lineage. By the fires of creation, let me be reborn. By the will of Akatosh, I proclaim myself Dragonborn.
Baron Aquilarius, you are no heir to Alessia. You will pay for your sacrilege. The veil between Tamriel and Oblivion tears and splits asunder.
What's happening? The sky's opening up. This is bad. This is very bad. Ah!
This isn't supposed to happen. What's the meaning of this? Marco, what have you done?
Gullible fools! The veil between Oblivion and this world has been torn. My master, Moloch Baal, is free to claim Tamriel for his own.
Akatosh, forgive me! Have mercy on our souls!
The ritual tore the veil between Nan and Oblivion, allowing Manimarco to begin stealing the souls his master needed to power the Dark Anchors and initiate the Plane Melt. Akatosh gave Alessia the Amulet of Kings as a symbol of his covenant with Nan. So long as the amulet remained in the care of Alessia's heirs and the dragon fires remained lit, Tamriel would be protected from the Daedra. Manimarco tricked Varen into breaking the covenant, and the veil between Oblivion and Nan was torn. The Elder Scrolls named this event the Soul Burst. It gave Moloch Baal the opportunity to disconnect the souls of Nan from their hosts. Varen was lost. In the chaos of the moment, Sai Sahan took the Amulet of Kings and fled. Leris was captured by Manimarco and delivered to Cold Harbor, the realm of Moloch Baal. Tharn remains Chancellor of the Elder Council, and his daughter Clivio rules as Empress Regent. But the true power remains in the hands of Manimarco and his worm cult. When I discovered the truth about the 5 companions, I made subtle inquiries, but apparently not subtle enough. Manimarco got word of my interests and abducted me. He took me to Cold Harbor, where I remained a prisoner until you freed me. The truth is always a threat to evil men. Manimarco feared I would reveal his treachery, and if knowledge of Nan's vulnerability were to become known, it could threaten his master's schemes. Moloch Baal does not favor loose ends. Walk with me. Long ago was written, so long as the Amulet of Kings was borne by Alessia's heirs, Tamriel would be protected from the forces of Oblivion. But the Soul Burst tore the veil between worlds and gave Moloch Baal the opportunity he desired. Moloch Baal's dark anchors pierce the torn veil and seek to draw near into the depths of Cold Harbor. These terrible engines of destruction have been appearing all throughout Tamriel. Lord of brutality and domination is successful, he will merge our world and his own in a terrible plane mill. Few will survive the ordeal, and those that do will be enslaved for all eternity.
That is gorgeous looking, in all honesty, and can I join his cult? Because that seems fun. But of course, it has to be bad because it's called a dark anchor. I mean, if it was a green anchor or a pink anchor, it would be a good thing, right? Right?
And so it falls to us, Vistage. We must stop Molag Bal and his dark anchors, or our world is doomed. And now history seems to have caught up with us. Shall we return to the Harborage? As you say. And so it begins. The remainder of the story has yet to be written. It is your story now. And there is so much to do. But know this, you will not walk this path alone. We must grow in strength and in numbers. You will need more than the company of an old blind man to alter the course of history. We must assemble our own group of companions. The first you have already met. Lyris sacrificed her own freedom to allow us to escape. She remains a prisoner in Cold Harbor. I must determine her precise location if we are to mount a rescue. That will take time. Minamako's agents leave a web of lies and deceit. They pit the races of Tamriel against one another and divert their attention from the real threat. Seek out these agents, wherever they can be found, and expose their lies. Forgive me. Bringing you into my mind seems to have taken quite a toll on me. I must rest. I will contact you when the time is right. Until then, walk in the light, Vistage.
Oh, very well then. Very well then. Yeah, so now we have indeed seen how that all turned out. Couple completely random thoughts on the story here. First of all, I always consider it just poor and very lazy storytelling when, you know, I awoke somewhere with no memory of my previous life. Seriously? I mean, you couldn't even come up with anything. He was a former son who realized that his destiny brought him elsewhere and called him to the Moth Priest. Whatever. Don't just call it no memory, because that is very lazy. As for the
time is now. Seek me by the sea outside Vokalgar. Hurry.
Okay, so he wants me to go back. Oh right, because, well, everything is now level scaling instead of level dependent. Which is just peachy. I like that a lot. But I'm not gonna do that to follow up. I wanna spread that main quest a little bit. Do other things, do Warden fell quests and so forth as well. As for the rest of the story, like, if they saw this guy as a threat, how is that other wizard now still being in the Elder Council and everything? How hasn't Manny Marco, like, you know, slaughtered him and tossed him into the Cold Harbor either? Like, wait, what? A little bit of inconsistencies like that there, from what I can tell. But hey, I am okay with it. I mean, this is an MMORPG, not a single player game after all. So I will obviously forgive a good deal of story problems for a game like this. I do appreciate that they made a, you know, a single player awesome story built into here. And they really needed that because this is carrying the Elder Scrolls title after all. Where are you? What do you want?
Honor and praise. I will need you to speak with Watch Captain Estanya. Just follow the docks to the west. No, you're fine. The Queen herself has come to Volkelgard. Her royal guard, the 1st Auradon Marines, require us to log everyone entering the city.
Oh, alright. So, a breadcrumb quest. Yeah, I don't think I will wanna really do any questing here for a bit. Still, I do want to instead go back to Wardenfell and continue questing in Morrowind. So yeah. Also, I have I believe I have 11. By the way, 3 attribute points to spend. Alright, I'm gonna spend some of it in health and most of it in stamina. Alright. Awesome stuff. And I have 4 skill points. Wait, what? Okay, I am all over that, huh? Yeah. Green balance is being left badly behind because I didn't have 2 of it here. Bow is up to 13. I need 1 more to get scatter shot. Think it's time I start picking some other weapon skill and stick them on the bar here to actually level them up. How's my armor skills doing? Because getting 1 of these on the bar would really level these armor skills up fast as well. That would be very useful. My soul trap is still level 2. I need to level that as well. These things are thankfully level by doing other things. Also, Blood Altar is really good. I mean, just read that. It is really, really good for group stuff. I mean, the Undaunted is all about the group stuff, and all of their things are fairly good group things. Which is nice. Was there anything here I really needed? Well, stamina recovery. Max stamina increase is actually very nice. And also I don't think I need to spend anything here. This is a character where I definitely will be leveling up provisioning and then spend points here. So, but that can wait. I think I am going to grab restoration staff, I think. Level that first, yes. So, put that here. Actually, what I'm going to first do is put that there and get that maxed out to level 4. Just because I can, you know. And then I'm gonna put in the restoration staff. Point being that I wanna level those. I wanna level all the weapon skills. Like I wanna level all the weapon skills. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep abilities from restoration staff in the bar here while I do all this running around leveling and stuff. And once you know I have restoration staff leveled, I'm gonna pick something else as well. You know, level all of these. Thing is, I do, you know, eventually respec out of all of the abilities I don't want to use and use a proper spec of what I want to use. So spending the points here, having like, for example, once I get let's say 3 abilities open, just put 3 abilities on the bar when I do a quest turn in, some big quest, and suddenly this thing goes up how many levels at once. Very, very easy way to level up weapon skills. And also the class skill lines as well.
I don't stink of fish. I'm surrounded by a delicious bouquet.
Well, that was random. I'm going to call it an episode right here. Thank you very much for watching. This was a, well, fairly heavy on the story front and not much action, but that's what occasionally will happen, eh? Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you folks another time with more Elder Scrolls on